This is Andy Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by Adam Smith here in Birmingham. Adam, quite an eventful night and ended with an upset victory in that main event. Francisco Rodriguez Jr. coming out on top against Itauma-Whyte. What did you make of it? How was you seeing it?
I said in commentary on the Zone, there's been a few upsets lately. There's been some really good live action, if you know what I mean, over the last sort of couple of months. That there's been some underdogs winning. Some of the favourites tipped over, 50-50 fights. I love it. It's brilliant on UK soil. We know that's been happening in Saudi, in the States. Some amazing matches at every sort of level. We're in Hull next week with GBM, renowned for 50-50s at their level. And it's just brilliant to see that these fights being made. Conor Walker and Liam Taylor, Galal Yafai, Francisco Rodriguez, really good fights, hard fights. And Rodriguez was brilliant tonight. Galal got off to a bad start. He was hurt. I thought he fought sort of the wrong fight. I thought he got just taken into that middle of the ring, into the pocket, into the phone box. He played into Rodriguez's his hardened hands, and the Mexican Warrior rolled back the years. He was relentless. He was non-stop. He seemed happy beforehand. He was happy at the end. It was job done. What an away victory. And Galal was brave, courageous, gutsy, got through it. But it was just a little bit too much that he had to bite off tonight, up in a elite level really, and it was a very good amateur against a very tough, solid, seasoned professional who was used to championship rounds and distance. So a tough pill, I guess, for Team Yafai to swallow, and a difficult night for the Birmingham fans. But he'll be back. Real kudos for getting through that. I mean, what courage he had. But it was a hard night at the office for Galal.
That obviously shows, incredible heart and courage, as you say, Adam. But there's obviously question marks. A few people saying and suggesting, could the fight have been stopped earlier on, whether it be by referee's intervention, by the corner? Yeah. Do you feel like there was a case for that?
Absolutely fair point. It's a difficult one. I thought Sonny Edwards found it pretty difficult, hard to watch the last 2 or 3 rounds he was commentating. He knows Galal so well, having shared a ring. And also the rounds of sparring, he didn't want to see Galal take too much. And I think Rob had the towel in his hand, but it was just Galal was sort of clinging on. And there was part of you that sort of wanted him to get through it and hear the final bell. He deserved to. But there was a time I thought that maybe the corner or the referee could have intervened. But Galal seemed to always find a slight answer to sort of prevent that obvious moment. Difficult to watch, I thought, the last couple of rounds, but you wondered if Galal could find something from somewhere. It just looked like his power wasn't there, and of course he had the knockdown against him too. It was all really, really tough for him in the last few minutes. It was the first time he'd gone past 10 rounds, and he ticked boxes in there: courage, guts. 12 rounds against a very, very good operator, former world champion, who's going to get another deserved world title shot. But lessons learned, and the acid test just didn't work out for him tonight.
So just a few, we want to quickly get your thoughts on before we wrap this up, Adam, and you can go and enjoy the rest of your night. I haven't asked you about Itauma-Whyte. What do you make of that main event, August 16th?
Love it. I think it's a great twist in the heavyweight division. I thought Dillian might fight Derek Chisora or something like that, but he's going to go in with the young gun, the heir apparent, the guy that we absolutely can't stop talking about, Moses Itauma. I think he's an incredible individual, a fantastic young fighter, and I think he's ready for these sort of fights. Dillian will want it bad. He'll want to prove a point. He'll train very, very hard for it. And if he gets into the fight, Dillian, he can be extremely dangerous with that left hook and the battle-hardened rounds he's had and the wins he's had and the people he's been in with. But I think the question is, will he get into it? Because Moses has been taking care of everyone pretty early and pretty quickly. It could be a very difficult fight for Dillian Whyte, but if Dillian gets in it, it could be a very difficult fight for Moses Itauma. So I think it's really intriguing, and I can't wait for that night.
Given the trajectory of both men's careers over the last few years, Adam, obviously a lot of people in the industry are starting to heavily favour Moses Itauma going into that fight. Do you understand why Dillian is going to be a big underdog despite his past achievements?
Yeah, I think so, because the momentum and the support behind Moses is huge, and you hear it when you talk to the likes of Tyson Fury and AJ and everybody, Lawrence Okoli, everybody, Joe Joyce, everyone that sort of sparred him and knows him from the beginning. The incredible amateur fights he had, and obviously he's just looking so impressive as a professional. And he could be ready for a world title till I think within 12 months. So it's probably the right fight at the right time if you're looking from a Francis Warren point of view. But having said that, Dillian is dangerous, very dangerous, and write him off at your peril, because he's surprised us before. He's got a huge left hand. But yeah, I think on the back of maybe Dillian's last performance and Moses' last couple, I can understand that. But you never know in the heavyweight division. It could be too early for Moses, or it could be too much for Dillian.
Just last one from me, Adam. Earlier this week, Dave Allen and Eddie both said that he's had a few people reach out in the top 5 of the heavyweight division about a potential path towards a fight. Joseph Parker's name keeps coming up. It'd be a massive fight for Dave Allen. He'd be an incredible underdog going into that fight. But do you hold an interest in potentially seeing that?
I hold an interest in anything Dave Allen does. He was commentating at ringside tonight. He is an incredible cult character of British boxing, who's coming off a terrific win over Johnny Fisher, who I thought he beat before in Riyadh. So he's found momentum, he's found happiness, he's found a camp with Jamie and Nigel, which really suits him. I don't know, I'd quite like to see Dave against TKV for the British title in Sheffield as a homecoming. But if he gets the Joseph Parker fight, he's got to take it. If the money's right, what an opportunity. Yes, of course, it's a huge ask, but Dave will give it his all, as he does. And I just think he's an incredible success story. He's a brilliant commentator, communicator, manager, trainer, whatever he's doing. I think Dave Allen is a massive success story of British boxing. And yeah, I'd love to see him either in a homecoming in Sheffield against TKV, which is a chance for him to win a British title, or if he gets that dream fight against Joseph Parker, in my eyes, he's got to take it. If he asked me, I'd say, Dave, you might not get another opportunity.
Adam, it's a pleasure as always. Safe journey back home.
Cheers, take care.